Okay, let's go ahead and start the official city council meeting on December 5th, 2002. I'm Laura Lee Stevens, the Mayor Pro Tem, subbing in for Mayor David Freeze, who is absent this evening. Lindsay, would you like to go ahead and call a roll, please? We'll get started.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Partridge?
Here.
Ms. McCutcheon?
Here.
Ms. Stevens?
Here.
Mr. Donnelly?
Still here.
Sorry.
Let's go ahead and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Porter, did anybody sign up for open agenda tonight to speak?
We had one sign up, Mayor Pro Tem, but I don't believe they're here. So I think we have 0.
Okay, we'll continue with the agenda then. So up first is the approval of the minutes from our regular meeting on November 21st. Is there any discussion?
I make a motion we approve as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Donnelly. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion passes. The consent agenda is for regular business of paying bills for the city. If you've had a chance to review that and have no discussion, then I would look for a motion.
I'll motion to approve.
Thanks, Ms. McCutcheon. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, thank you, Mr. Donnelly. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, under new business, we have one item, and that is to consider approval of quote for the provision concrete for the curb and replacement services associated with the Church Street stormwater improvement project, which seems to be going along at a great pace. So staff is going to give us some details on this, or maybe Kent Huskett, who's also here somewhere. Thought I saw him come in. Oh, I should put on my glasses to see you there, Kent.
I'd be glad to introduce this item initially, but
Sounds great.
point out that Mr. Heskett is here, and I'm sure eager to talk to you tonight. As you all know, the construction activity at the site along Church Street from 4th Street to about 6th Street has progressed over the last few weeks, especially quickly. And this proposal is to contract out a small portion of the cleanup or finish up for the project. As you've probably seen, if you've driven along 4th Street, there's a section of approach and curb area between the car wash at the intersection of 4th and Church Street and the edge of Church Street that was needed to be replaced. And the gravel surface there needs to be improved back to the surface of concrete approaches and concrete curbs. So in order to do that by the end of the year, Kent and his team have requested that we contract out the scope of work included in this quote. And with 2 bids, the low bid for that scope of work was from Crookham Construction for an amount not to exceed $23,900. Our goal with this and advancing it now is that this company would be able to complete those before the end of the year under our current year's budget authority and wrap up that major component remaining of the completion of that stormwater project. Our stormwater equipment fund has about $32,000 in expense authority and over $78,000 of funds on hand. So while this is a major expense, it's well within our budgetary constraints for that fund to pay for this project. So happy to take any questions, and I'm sure Mr. Heskett would too.
Council, do you have any questions about this particular project?
No.
Mr. Donnelly? I can't believe you don't have at least one question.
None here.
No, anything specific, Kent, that we should know about this particular bid, company, anything?
It's really just a effort to get this wrapped up.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
With the cold weather, we don't have the capabilities.
Well, sure, and you all have been working on it a long time. Well, if there are no questions or discussion, I'd look for a motion.
I will make a motion to approve the enclosed quote for provision of concrete approach and curb replacement services associated with the Church Street Stormwater Improvement Project from Crookham Construction LLC for an amount not to exceed $23,900.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, Mr. Partridge, thank you very much. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, that
Thank you.
passes.
Kent, it's good to have a local contractor doing the job. Thank you.
There you go. See, I knew you had something to say. You keep us on track there, Mr. Donnelly. Okay, next up is the city manager agenda.
No additional items, Mayor Pro Tem. Just a quick note, the city attorney is, Anna Kerstlick is available by phone, so she's listening.
All right. But for our city attorney, do you have anything to add to the agenda tonight?
Mayor Pro Tem, I do not.
All right, thank you. The mayor pro tem agenda is me, and I'm hoping that our mayor is fine and will be back soon. The city council agenda, any of my colleagues have any updates tonight to share?
No.
Okay, so the mayor agenda is exciting. We are here to recognize a young student and athlete tonight. So I'm going to read a list of accomplishments for this student, and then we'll come up and do a photo op. Actually, let's embarrass you starting right now. So let's have Eli Gilmore come and stand before the city council, face outward. So do you see this 2 pages? It's going to be a while. So just turn around and face the,
Should we get him a chair?
no, it's fine. He's an athlete. He can stand for a minute. Actually, this is something that we've started doing with the city council, thanks to the mayor, recognizing people who have done something extraordinary. So you know why you're here, but let's just talk about your activities at THS with cross country. You've been a 4A state champion and an individual state qualifier. You've made the state team. You've made the regional team. You've made the regional championship team. You've been league champ, first team, all league, league champion team, an academic all-state athlete, and you're Tonganoxie's only qualifier to finish in the top 5 at state for 4 years running, and you're the fastest, you ran the fastest 5K in the school history at Rimrock just this year in 2022. But the real reason we're here tonight specifically, you go to state, in 2019 you get 4th. The next year, 5th. That was a tough year, 2020, let's say, all the way around. But then Eli goes back in 2021, gets 4th. Then in 2022, goes to state for cross country and gets 1st place. Let's hear it for Eli.
Anything for anybody else? Outstanding.
Now, I know if you try to run, I can't catch you. So congratulations, this is good practice for graduating. Shake, you know. And thank you all for being here tonight to be supported. It's quite an honor, so we're really happy that you can join us, and congratulations again. Thanks.
It's really awesome.
Impressive all the way around, you all. So congratulations. Eli did not do that without a lot of support. Lots of practices, early morning, driving to meets, so good job, family, too. So the last thing on the mayor's agenda, I know he is disappointed he can't share tonight, so I'm going to volley this to the people who really worked on the tree lighting this year, and Dan, and you all are going to just summarize that for us. Yes, thanks.
Well, I appreciate the way you phrased that, the people who really worked on it and Dan, because that is accurate.
Well, it looks like you put this all together, and
No, that's very accurate.
I didn't do anything to help with it, so I don't know who did what, but this outlines it nicely, and so the mayor somebody put together this nice summary
Yeah.
of the tree lighting, and so
I'd be happy to
Do the
introduce
honors.
it and then ask if maybe Diane or any of the ladies would like to speak as well.
Wonderful.
Briefly, the food drive is a part of the event that a lot of people don't see because it's done at the schools here locally, the elementary school, middle school, and Genesis Christian School. And they each, the students in each of those schools do a inter-school competition to be recognized as the most generous class. But what's really cool is that then all city departments get to chip in and help logistically move all of those canned goods from the school campuses to the Good Shepherd Food Bank. This year, we were over 5,500 total items, which we roughly equate to about 3.5 tons by weight. So an outstanding, generous donation by those families in the community. We heard some great stories about the competition really ramping up the last few days before the deadline, and a lot of high volume of donations those last few days that filled up the city's trailers to come over to the event. I'd like to thank all the city departments also for chipping in. We had police, fire, public works, and administration staff that all contributed to that effort and made it a much lighter job to have many hands helping with it. We also would like to point out the success of a fairly new part of the event, which is the parade. I think the parade, is this the third parade? Second parade. Okay, last year was the first, this year was the second. You probably also noticed if you attended it, reversed course. So instead of coming from the library down to the downtown Pocket Park, we instead started at the downtown Pocket Park, went sort of up 4th Street, and concluded at the Tonganoxie Public Library, where for the first year we did hold the indoor and outdoor portions of the event at that campus. The library staff have indicated to me that they were very pleased with the turnout, with the coordination. They offered many thanks to the wonderful volunteers we have that put so much hard work into decorating the space and making it a really magical experience for kids who come to visit Santa and participate in the festivities and look at all the great decorations. We included in the agenda packet a few pictures illustrating the parade, the lighting unveiling outside, and some of the festivities inside, including Santa Claus, who is, as always, a huge hit. With that, I'd be happy to turn it over to Diane or anyone else if you'd like to say anything. Okay. Well, I'd like to extend my personal appreciation to them for what they do every year, and it seems like every year come back with even more energy to make it a bigger and better event. And I think it's a treasured event for this community and something a lot of families are fortunate to get to enjoy. So happy to take any questions the council might have.
It's just one of the many reasons that Tonganoxie is a wonderful city is for the effort put in by volunteers, by each of you sitting there. And it's a great testament to your commitment to the town, to the community, and adding the library and having the downtown library be a part of this event is wonderful. It was a great idea. Great call.
And I just want to say that I went to my cupboard last weekend to get some hamburger helper I was sure was there, only to find out that my daughter had taken it, and I'm very happy went to a good cause, and I'm very happy, or excuse me, she's very happy that her class won a pajama party out of it. So thank you for all that you guys do.
That's wonderful. Well, are there any other, I did see a new addition to the Pocket Park when you brought that up. It looks like the community utility bike repair stations have been installed. Probably something to think about more in springtime, but it's something that if you're riding your bike in better weather, you can stop and repair your bicycle if you have a flat tire or need to adjust something. So maybe it's something for Tonganoxie to think about in the future, talking about in the newspaper so everybody's aware that at least one of those has been installed. I'm sure you all know more about the future of both of them. So ladies, next time you're out on your bicycles, you can stop by and repair your bicycle there.
Come on, Diane, you can do it.
So thanks, everybody, for your attendance tonight. And if there's nothing else to discuss, I might be looking for, well, you're right next to Jake, so
Not here.
I know.
We can't leave until he's here.
Oh no, who's gonna take over?
Phone a friend.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, this meeting is over.
Well, I vote aye.
Thank you, ladies. That was really great.